To listeners on 3CR who may not know you, Heather, your background is in classical music, isn't it?
Yes, originally, yes. Yes.
I see you've got a Bachelor of Music with First Class Honours from Melbourne Uni.
Yeah.
Then a postgraduate diploma from the VCA.
Yeah, that was when I started to change over.
Right. And how did that, when you say you started to change over, how did that come about?
I was working towards being an orchestral violinist and a classical singer as well, and I started doing, in my fourth year, for sanity reasons, I organised a jazz gig, and a friend of mine who played saxophone, he helped me find a band because I didn't know anybody at that stage, and because I could already make up charts, and I understood a fair bit about what I needed to do initially to get it happening. I got a jazz band, a gig every week happening, and I just fell in love with it. And I'd sang jazz since I was a little girl and done a lot of shows and things. So right. I really gravitated towards these beautiful standards, and I looked at the whole. I mean, when I was at VCA, I had to study a wide range of repertoire, and I gravitated towards the early tunes and the 20s, the 30s. And 40s and 50s, but I really loved the Ella and Billy and Louis stuff. Yeah. And
then from the VCA you went on to Monash to do a masters in violin and voice, is that right?
in violin pedagogy, actually. That was a sort of a little bit different to the other things, but it's in I'm also, I find, for my music playing, I find teaching is a really good inspiration, and vice versa. That was about teaching that masters. I looked at getting string players to improvise. So I did a case study and research masters teaching children from the age of 4 and 5 up to 12 how to start improvising and putting improvising as a major part of a string program, which isn't very common in Australia yet.
And who would you say have been the influences, say, just on your singing?
There's so many, but recent major influences are definitely Louis Armstrong and Billie Holiday. I really love Bessie Smith. I suppose violin, there's been a lot of violin influences actually, more recently than vocal ones, but Mahalia Jackson has been another very recent one for this gospel set. Yeah, I think Louis and Ella, but particularly Billie Holiday, and the ways that she tells the story, and the instrumental strength in her. I mean, she's got a very unique, interesting voice, but it's that storytelling that links her with blues and jazz, and there's no line there.
Sure. Now, with the trio, the Heather Stewart trio tomorrow at the Blues Marquee, you're on vocals and violin, is that right?
Yes, that's right.
And who else is in the band?
I've got Dan Dinnan, who plays finger-picking guitar and harmonica, and he's also a beautiful vocalist, but he's just playing harmonica and guitar tomorrow. And we've got Hugh Harvey actually playing drums for me tomorrow. The usual drummer is Danny McKenna, who's on tour with Geoff Lang at the moment, but Hugh is the most beautiful drummer. He came on tour with me to Adelaide recently, and I've played with him in various different jazz and blues groups, and I love playing with him.
And the music you'll be playing tomorrow as the Heather Stewart trio, how would you describe it? If you can.
If I can. Well, it's I guess early blues. I don't really want to use the term traditional blues, but it's early fiddle blues for it's influenced by Mississippi Sheiks, Memphis Minnie, Bessie Smith. We do a couple of Bessie Smith numbers, a couple of my numbers that are really influenced and come out of the stuff that I've listened to for the last sort of 5-6 years, and an instrumental, that early fiddle and guitar blues. Yeah.
Now, last year was a big year for you. Not only was there the recording of the new Sheiks CD that you guested on, but you self-produced your own CD, is that right?
Yes.
And what was that called?
It's called Get Your Fingers Off It, which is it's the title track of the album.
And it's won you 3 awards, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, what awards are those?
Quite exciting. We got the Best Self-Produced Album in 2010, not long after it was released. And then this year, with the VicTaz music awards. We won the Best Debut Album, and I won with my tune Wayward Woman. I won the Best Female Artist of the Year as well.
So a great start to the year.
Yeah.